Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and scientists announce a shocking discovery. The Earth is no longer solid. It's completely hollow inside. No molten core, no mantle. Just a vast, empty shell floating in space. What would this mean for you, me, and everyone on the planet? Would we fall into the void? Would gravity even work? Or would Earth just collapse like a cosmic balloon that lost its air? Let's find out. The concept of a hollow Earth isn't new. Ancient myths describe vast underground realms where mysterious creatures lived. In the 17th century, astronomer Edmund Halley, the guy famous for Halley's Comet, suggested the Earth might be made of concentric hollow shells. Later, wild theories claimed there were giant holes at the poles, leading to hidden worlds inside. Of course, science eventually proved all of this wrong. But what if, for one bizarre reason, Earth did suddenly become hollow? Gravity would be the first problem. Right now, it pulls us toward Earth's center of mass, deep inside the molten core. But in a hollow Earth, that center of mass wouldn't exist. Inside a hollow sphere, gravity cancels out completely. You wouldn't feel pulled in any direction. If you drilled through the crust and stepped inside, you'd just float in the void. On the surface, things would be even worse. With no heavy core pulling everything inward, Earth's gravity would be dramatically weaker. Instead of weighing 70 kilos, you might weigh just 5 or 10. Walking would feel like bouncing on the moon. Sounds fun, until you realize the atmosphere wouldn't stay put. Our atmosphere is only here because gravity holds it down. With weaker gravity, the air would slowly leak into space. Oxygen levels would plummet. Breathing would become impossible within days. And water wouldn't be safe either. Oceans, rivers, and lakes would slowly drift upward, spilling into space like a leaking faucet. Earth would begin to dry out. No seas, no rain, no clouds. Basically, a hollow Earth quickly turns into a dead Earth. Then comes another catastrophic effect. Without a molten core, Earth loses its magnetic field. Right now, the spinning iron core generates a giant shield that protects us from the sun's deadly radiation. Without it, solar winds blast the surface, frying electronics, stripping away the atmosphere even faster, and cooking life with high-energy particles. You'd need underground shelters or thick radiation suits just to survive. So much for going on a casual walk. But even if we could survive that, the crust itself wouldn't. Physics hates hollow planets. A hollow Earth wouldn't be able to support its own weight. The rocky shell would be under constant stress, and eventually, it would collapse inward. Imagine a balloon being popped in slow motion. Earth's surface would buckle and crack. Continents would cave in. Mountains would crumble. Entire oceans would fall into the abyss. Within days, the crust would collapse completely, crushing the hollow cavity into rubble. If Earth became hollow, it wouldn't stay hollow for long. But let's pretend somehow the shell doesn't collapse. Could there be life inside? If you floated in the hollow cavity, you'd find yourself in eternal darkness. There's no sun, no atmosphere, no pressure to hold in heat. Temperatures would plunge far below freezing. It would feel like being stranded in deep space. Some science fiction stories imagine advanced civilizations living on the inner walls, with their own ecosystems and miniature suns. But in reality, without gravity, water, or light, life wouldn't last more than a few moments. Unless, of course, we cheat. Imagine godlike engineers reinforcing the crust with unbreakable material, installing giant heat lamps inside, and creating artificial gravity to keep air and oceans in place. Then things get interesting. You could stand on the inner walls of Earth and look up to see the opposite side, thousands of kilometers away. Cities could be built in every direction, like living inside a massive Dyson sphere. Traveling up would mean heading toward the center, floating weightless in a bizarre no-gravity playground. This artificial hollow Earth would be like living in a gigantic, enclosed sci-fi habitat's a planet-sized space station. Still totally impossible for us to build, but fun to imagine. Back to reality though, Earth isn't hollow. We know this because we've studied seismic waves from earthquakes. These waves travel through Earth's layers, and their behavior proves there's a solid inner core, a molten outer core, and a mantle of rock above it. If Earth were hollow, seismic waves would behave completely differently, and they don't. So while a hollow Earth makes for cool science fiction, in real science it would spell disaster. The atmosphere would vanish, the surface would collapse, radiation would fry us, and the planet would quickly become uninhabitable. The hollow Earth idea shows us how much we depend on our planet's inner workings, its heavy core, its magnetic field, its gravity, its atmosphere. Remove one part and everything falls apart. So next time you hear a conspiracy theory about hidden civilizations inside the Earth, remember, if our planet really were hollow, we wouldn't be here to talk about it. So what do you think? If Earth suddenly became hollow, would we try to survive on the collapsing shell or attempt to escape into space? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your wild theories. And if you want to keep exploring mind-bending what-if scenarios with us, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the bell for more. Because in science, the weirder the idea, the closer we might get to the truth.